Whenever I'm training new ICU nurses on the steps of intubating a patient and administering medications, I always make sure I emphasize this one point. And that is every time you intubate a patient, anticipate that patient's blood pressure dropping. And the reason for this is two things. First, a lot of the RSI medications that we give actually have properties that lower blood pressure. Some medications will have more of effect on blood pressure than others. For example, propofol, if you give a patient a bunch of propofol, you can be pretty sure that their blood pressure is going to drop quite a bit. The second reason is because a lot of patients that are getting intubated have been compensating for a long time, meaning that their body is in a flight or fight response and they're pumping that adrenaline throughout their body. And because of this, their blood pressure will naturally increase. So when we sedate somebody, we take away that sympathetic nervous system that is causing the patient to have their blood pressure increased. And therefore, you will see a decrease in the blood pressure from that. So even if you give a patient medications that have less of an impact on their blood pressure, you can still probably be pretty sure you're going to see a drop in their blood pressure just from the fact that their sympathetic nervous system is kind of getting wiped out. So because of this, whenever we are intubating someone, I always have two things on hand. One, some wide open fluids, and two, a pressor. Some hospitals have neo sticks, which is neosynephrine in like a little push form. We do not typically do that in the ICU I'm in. So I will typically grab Levophed and have it primed and ready to go in case we need it. It's better to just have it there than it is to be like, oh my gosh, patient's blood pressure is 60/40. Can someone grab me some Levo? Some providers will even have us start it before we even push the medications, just on like a little low dose. So that way we can anticipate that drop in the blood pressure. Every provider is different. So make sure you're talking with them, communicating with them, and keeping a good eye on that patient's blood pressure.